So for this tutorial, we're going to talk about getting music that we are legally allowed to use in our projects. In any course, there is a folder that's titled 2021-2022 Video Resources that will be updated, but that is currently when I made this to start with. In it, we have links for music, stock footage, links for sound effects, and Premiere tutorials. You might need sound effects. If you need to create Foley, it's better to create your own, but you can find pre-made things. If like someone eating a chip, you need a crunchy sound, or if someone slipping, you need like a kind of sound. Those are all options for you. But mostly we're here for music services. In the music service folder, there is a music account passwords. In that document, every link that is in any of these videos, except for the Premiere tutorials, these passwords will work for. So you do not have to create an account for any of these. We have a school account that we use. Incompetech 2.0 and Ben Sound are the two most popular to do this. Some of these other ones you can't download immediately. These you can download immediately, but make sure it is free to use. I've clicked Incompetech and I've already logged in. So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to find music. And then we have all these different searches. One of the things that I really like about Incompetech is you can do it by style, but you can also do it by feel. So like if you're looking for something that feels like an epic movie, you can click that and hit search. And these are going to be cinematic sounds. And you can preview right here, but let's say we like this one. I'm going to go with this one just for my sake. I've clicked on it. I'm going to go to download right here. This website just got updated, so I'm trying to find where everything is now. Download. This is important. It tells us you are free to use this for what we're doing. Great. I accept the terms. Now, the following music was used for this, so we have to copy this, and you can do that just by clicking on it. We're going to be messing with that in a second. Yes, I will make attribution. And then we are going to download the MP3. It's downloaded to our computer. So now in Premiere, I can import it the same way I imported our movie file. If I go to import, I go to downloads. I forgot what the song was called, so let me look at that again. It's called Cinematic Emotion. So going back to Premiere, it should be alphabetical. Cinematic Emotion, there's my music. You can leave the copy media on. I'm going to turn it off just so I can speed this up. But you'll see there's my music now right here. And I can just drag that onto my timeline. I probably want the song to play the entire time that the movie is playing, but I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And so now it's playing for far too long. But here's the big thing. Watch the sound meters on the right. It is really loud. Generally speaking, you want any audio to be between -6 and -12, whether that's spoken word or music. You never want it to go past -6, so we need to reduce the volume. There are several ways to do that. The way I'm going to show you is to right-click and look for audio gain. And we're going to just adjust the gain by I'm going to say -8. Based on it was hitting 0, I want it to be between 6 and 12. So I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to play my audio. You see how that's peaking right at 6, right at -8 in this case. There will be drops because I haven't adjusted the spikes. It's now the highest volume will be -8. And if I have dialogue, I can do the same thing. Like here, I have a scene where these people are talking. I may need to either boost their volume or reduce the volume of the music while that's there. It just depends. If the whole thing is talking, but you want music in the background, I would reduce that music more. So maybe instead of -8, maybe I make that like -20 and leave my other audio where it's hitting in between 6 and 12. You are able to mute individual tracks and just play one track at a time. See, their audio is a little quiet, so I would need to add audio gain. Same process, right click, audio gain, and I would probably add 8 decibels instead. Wait, I gotta get WRIZ. See, it did peak there, so 8 might be too much. I would adjust it accordingly. I'm going to trim off the rest of this audio. The easiest way to do that is grab a razor tool, and you just cut where you want to cut. But before I do that, I have one last thing I got to do. I got to add that music attribution title card. So going back to our captions and graphics, making sure I'm on that the last frame here. I don't want frame to be visible. There we go. Text. I'm going to make my text box, and I'm just going to paste the text that I got there. I hit Control A to select all, and I'm going to reduce this down a little bit so everything is visible. I could tell that it wasn't all showing. It doesn't all have to, it needs to all show, because that's basically what we said we would do when we click the download button, that we would allow attribution. I'm going to do the same thing I've done on the other things, making my box a little smaller, centering it, and that will be my last title card. I do want to add that effect again. Sorry, need to change my workspace. Go back to editing, effects. There's my dip to black, and I want to add the dip to black there and at the end so that it fades to black. And right when it ends is where I want my music to cut off. So I'm going to cut my music. I got my selection tool. Click that. Delete on the keyboard. I just hit delete. And then I'm actually going to do audio transitions, crossfade. And I want to put an exponential fade at the end of the music and at the beginning of the music so that it fades in on both sides. So now I got to unmute that. And then jump to the end here. And it fades out. So now I've got music that plays